Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Institute for Strategic Policy Solutions. My name is Matthew Lee, and I'm the Communications Coordinator here at the Institute. And thank you for tuning in to our economic interview series. For this episode, we had the privilege to talk to Roy Kirchner, who is the CEO and founder of Ultimate 3D Printing Store and Services. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, Roy. And diving right into the discussion, would you kindly give an introduction on who you are and what led you to owning your own business in the 3D printing space?
Yeah, so I've been an entrepreneur before this company. So I opened Ultimate 3D Printing Store in 2015, but started building it in 2014. So really had the opportunity. I owned a marketing and advertising agency before this company, and had the opportunity to take and build this company for almost a year before I actually opened. So wanted to really understand the business and become more intertwined in 3D printing, additive manufacturing before I started and opened the company. Um, Ultimate 3D Printing Store, what we do is we're a online retailer, as well as we have somewhat of a retail space here in Odessa, Florida, where we sell 3D printers, laser cutters, small format CNC routers, parts, accessories. So that we do support, training, sales. And then what we did is we diversified more into 3D printing services, where we offer printing services, CAD design, product development, and consulting for companies to understand how to integrate additive manufacturing, 3D printing to save them time and money.
Thank you, Roy. Can you explain what your day-to-day experiences entail as the CEO of your company? From sunrise to sundown, what does a typical day look like?
Yeah, so the business itself, when I start working on it, it's really the second I wake up. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. So first thing I do is I check my emails. I work probably for about an hour um on the day, and then I go to the gym, get the gym out of the way, come back, have a protein shake, take a shower, and then typically head into the office. When I get into the office, I try to keep my calendar pretty organized. Because time is money, and time means everything. Time management is everything in your day. Really how you're positioning your entire day. So I've learned um over owning businesses definitely didn't come at the start. One thing I can tell you is hindsight's 2020. You can look at everything you did in the past, everything you did right, everything you did wrong, but really what it comes down to is I'm a leader of a team. So I have a team. I'm not a boss. That's not how I look at myself. I'm a leader of a team, and my team breaks down. The first thing is my senior leadership team. So SLT, senior leadership team, and those are the people that I count on to kind of run the day-to-day ship. And then I'm overseeing my senior leadership team. That's how it kind of breaks down. And then every single day it's managing everything. So one thing about being a CEO is sometimes no matter what you plan your day to be, a fire starts and you got to put out that fire. So depending on how big you are and depending on how much is going on, some days are days that you get a lot of things knocked off your list, and some days are you're dealing with fires from the second you walk in till you get those fires put out.
So your answer made me reflect on one of my favorite statements. You can't control the outcome of a situation, but you can control how you react to it. With that being said, I know you serve a wide variety of clients in your space, according to your website. So when a particular client comes to you for 3D printing solutions, What type of prints are you providing based on the client's needs?
Yeah, so day to day, our customer base who buys from us, who works with us, is tinker hobbyist, regular consumers, small, medium, and large businesses, Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 businesses, schools, colleges, libraries, educational facilities, and we're an FDA licensed facility in the dental and medical industry. So I have quite an array of different clients that we work with on a day-to-day basis. In some of the printing services, consulting side is we work with businesses, definitely manufacturers, to look at what they're doing now, how they're manufacturing, and start integrating 3D printing additive manufacturing to save them time and money. But a lot of what we're trying to do is not sell them a machine. What we really want to do is a CNA, a customer needs analysis. We want to look at their manufacturing facility. We want to walk it. We want to understand their business. We want to ask them maybe 200 questions about what they're doing now, how they're doing it, what their short-term goals are, what their long-term goals are, and really assess their business and be able to prove to them that adding additive manufacturing, 3D printing can save them not a little bit of money, but a lot of money. So even sometimes doing case studies with them, giving them examples, sometimes maybe even working up some parts. The most important thing is building that relationship for a long time to come, taking care of them from the beginning, during, all the way through the cycles. And the one thing that you have to understand about 3D printing, additive manufacturing, it's just like AI. It's evolving tremendously day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. So a lot of what it is the things that we're implementing to save them time and money right now. We really have to allow them to understand, to stay in contact with us, because we are SMEs, subject matter experts on the industry, and really understand that they want to stay in contact with us because we're new things are coming out. Things are changing, things are evolving. So all that's going to happen is the technology is going to evolve. It could evolve over the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, where it actually could even save them a lot more time and money. So it's that continuing working together for the good of their organization to constantly be evolving, especially with some of the AI technology that's starting to integrate in with additive manufacturing.
Based on your unique experience in the 3D printing industry, what are your thoughts and reflections on the current economic impact of the industry? And what are your thoughts for what is in store for the future?
So I think it's very, very important. If we look at definitely Florida, we look at, Florida makes some of the reporting that they do. Most manufacturers in the state of Florida are made up of 20 employees or less. So they're small business owners. A lot of times what they're when you have 20 employees or less and you're a manufacturer, it's really important that you pay attention to technology, pay attention to AI, additive manufacturing, because it's evolving so much. But a lot of times, day to day, a CEO of a company that's 20 employees, you're ingrained in your business. You're working really hard. So a lot of it is taking a certain amount of time in embracing new technology that's coming out. So it's really touching them. And what we see a lot of times is
Mhm.
referrals. You know, so there's a manufacturer and they're stuck. Their supply chain's broken or something happened at their facility. And next thing you know, they're talking to a mentor or they're talking to another business owner and they're like, have you ever explored 3D printing, additive manufacturing? And then that's really how we start connecting the dots with them and get them integrated into this type of manufacturing. So I think it's really important for manufacturers to be able to take that time out and learn more or become part of organizations like Florida Make, Bay Area Manufacturers Association, different things like that, where there's resources and tools to help them manage their business and grow their business.
So I remember when I first met you, Roy, at the St. Petersburg College Tarpon Springs campus for the grand opening of the Chris Sprouse Workforce Innovation Hub. So that has me thinking, do you partner with other educational institutions at the high school and college level to showcase what career opportunities are available to students?
So, you know, when I started the business, I call myself an absolute 100% true entrepreneur because 3D printing, additive manufacturing, there was no school for this. There's no policies, procedures, manuals. Sometimes I still wake up every single morning saying, why didn't I just buy a McDonald's? Everything's figured out. You hire a person, there's a manual telling them what to do. So this is absolutely true entrepreneurship business. It's vital. Like right now, working with like St. Petersburg College, it's really vital to, and it's now because it's becoming more into integrated in, just like you said, Chris Sprout's the new location for St. Petersburg College has 3D printers. So it's really intertwining and working with organizations like that so that we can train the next level of people that I need for my organization. So it's really vital. Absolutely, 100%. Working with St. Pete College has now and in the future, I think one of the main things that I saw with I work and I know a lot of colleges. I work with a ton of them, but one of the biggest things that I saw with SPC is their openness to wanting to understand how they can help even my business or any business in the area. They really want to produce a person that's coming out of SPC to be able to work for us. So they want to teach them the skills that we need. So a lot of times what we have seen, especially over what you call the COVID area, is somebody would graduate, they would come in to my organization to get a job, and everything that they had learned, unfortunately, in school was different than what the systems we were using. It was kind of somewhat out of date. So I think that is crucial, that I absolutely right now, as I sit with you, I have internship programs. I bring interns in. I teach them real world experience because it is different. So I think it's vital for any student that wants to graduate and become bigger, stronger, better. They not only need to go to school, they not only need to go to college, but they absolutely need to look at doing internships. You know, one of the things that we're looking at as a small business owner, if you're in, you know, robotics, right? And you're going to school for robotics, but then you walk in to get a job from me and it says, you know, you went to school for robotics, but you're working at Starbucks. That doesn't align. As you're going to school, you need to be working in that field or you need to be interning in that field so that you're preparing yourself out of school. So I think that's a very important thing. And that's one thing that I work really closely with SPC on. So I think it's great. When you came down to the high school, I had the opportunity, absolutely was one of the most phenomenal things I ever did. I worked with Jable and I worked with Thaddeus Bullard. which his stage name is Titus O'Neil. He's a WWE wrestler. And we actually built a STEM school in Tampa. So it's called the Thaddeus Bullard Academy at Sly Middle Magna. And we did that project, and we put in robotics, 3D printers, a wellness center, video production studio, all of these things. And this is actually a middle school, not even a high school. It's a middle school. So I think, yes, it's vital to work. I sit on the I sit on the advisory board of high schools, colleges, things like that, because I think it's vital to prepare our next generation.
Hmm. When you and your HR team are reviewing resumes for prospective hires, what details and skills on a resume help a candidate stand out from the competition? And what are some things that you like to look for personally?
On a piece of paper. So piece of paper is definitely different than somebody talking to somebody. I think there's two ways of doing that. I definitely, we want to ingrain ourselves and we want to talk to people. We want to see, if they're a perfect match. But same thing, what I just said, internships, what experience they have in the field or what experience they don't have, but they're trying to have. So a lot of it is, like you said, you can train skill, but you can't train culture. You can't train who you are and how much time, effort, like, are you going to be part of our team? Are you going to be a good team member? So I think that's a big thing. Have they worked in a team environment? Because this is not a standalone. For us to get better, you rely on a team. For us to grow, you rely on a team. So can you work, yes, on projects solely by yourself, but definitely work on projects in a team environment? Do you play well in a team environment? And then how much time, like you said, how much time have you done in school? What have you learned? And then what kind of real world experience do you have? Because that's really what we're looking for.
So, Roy, what careers are available in the 3D printing space? I know there are different filaments and special software that's required to make these creations from the manufacturing perspective. But of course, there are other roles that are pivotal into the success of a great business, such as marketing, finance, compliance, and so on. If you would be so kind to elaborate further on that, that would be great.
100%. Absolutely. I appreciate you asking. One of the biggest things is, yes, it's a business. So you have accounting, you have accounting people, you have accounts receivable, accounts payable. That's one department that makes the business run tremendously. You have marketing and the marketing department, you have digital marketing, you have photography, you have videography, you have social media, you have website maintenance. So there's a lot of moving parts there. So I mean, you have, like you said, somebody that's maintaining your online retail site. You have somebody that's maintaining your in-store retail area. You have digital marketing, social media, videography, cinematography, content creation, all of those types of things. So that's another department. Then you have logistics. We buy worldwide. So we import worldwide. So we have logistics big time on importing all of the different technologies, all of the different 3D printers. That you have, you're talking to many countries, and none of them understand the United States, so that does take a little bit of skill there. They don't understand how we operate in some ways. So you have that entire department as well with, you have shipping, you have receiving, all of those. Then you have operations. So definitely, right there, that's not even what you say directly in 3D printing. Then you have engineers and salespeople. So you have application engineers, you have salespeople, all of that as well.
Got it. Before we close out, Roy, is there anything you would like to state or educate our audience on regarding yourself or your business that was not mentioned yet in this conversation?
Yeah, I would tell you, um, I never ever did good in school. I graduated high school with a fourth grade reading level. Um, and I never did go to college. I ended up, my college was, I found mentors. So I think that's a big thing. One is, in today's environment, I believe that you need college. You need some type of additional learning, especially since the world is changing tremendously. I mean, we're gonna see, you know, McDonald's be without people. So you need some type of additional education. My education at that point was mentor. So I think that's a big thing is I think you have to realize that the opportunities to find people that want to help you, they are out there. And I think that is the biggest thing I think that I would want to express is knowledge. Okay, knowledge. The one thing that helps me more than anything in this world is knowledge from other people, learning, being a life student, okay? Because I'm running a business, I'm a CEO, but there's a CEO that's older than me that has done it. And if I can learn from him and make less mistakes, and it can help me grow and it can help me be a better leader to my team, that's what I want to do. And that's the same thing with a young person. It doesn't matter what it is. I think it's education, but it's asking somebody that's older to help you mentor. So I think that's a huge thing as well. Because we want to see, the most important thing for me is I want to see the next generation succeed. I want to see them succeed and thrive and have ambition and change the world. And anybody has that ability. Just like I told you, I graduated high school, never went to college, but I found my way through having mentors. So I think that's a gigantic, amazing thing. The other thing is I run a I run a great business. I love what I do every single day. I love coming into work. And I think that is one of the most important thing is love what you do because life is short. So you better find something that you truly enjoy, and it's never a job. You actually enjoy what you do every single day. Um, my main goal is to help people integrate this amazing technology into their lives, into their businesses. I love what I do. I definitely take care of my customers before, during, and after the sale. I want to see them embrace this technology to help them grow. So that's what I had for you.
Thank you for your time, Roy. For people that are interested, where can they go online to learn more about you and your business?
Yeah, see, it's www.u3dps.com. www.u3dps.com.